Right, evening everyone. What I want to do is I want to have a look at linear equations and parallel lines, which is the topic that we're on at the minute. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to start with the equation of a straight line. We did this in the last topic. Okay, the equation of a straight line, a general equation, is y equals mx plus c. Okay, that's exactly the same for every single straight line. This is the equation that we need to use. Okay, the key bit we need to look at for parallel lines, okay, is this m value. Now, if you remember back to what we did, okay, the m value tells us the gradient of that particular line. Okay, it tells us how steep that line is. Okay, so the key bit you need to remember, okay, and this is the key bit for parallel lines, okay. Now, parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay, so if two lines are parallel, the gradient, the m value, the number in front of x, okay, will be the same. That is the key bit to this whole topic. Okay, that's what you need to learn. Okay, we're going to highlight that because that is very important. Okay, you need to know that. Make a note of it somewhere. Okay, you don't want to forget that. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of a typical question they could give you. So they could give you y equals 7x plus 3. Okay, and what they'll say to you in the exam is find the equation of a line that is parallel to y equals 7x plus 3. Okay, forget about that bit, we don't need it. Okay, forget about that bit, we don't need it. As I've said to you before, we need this value here. Okay, parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay, so we're going to have y equals 7x because they've got the same gradient. You have to put a number in. Okay, or I would anyway. Doesn't matter what number you put in. You could have 7, you could have 52, you could have 100 million. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, the key bit, it's got to have the same gradient. Pick any number, it's got to have a y at the front. Okay, so we'll do another one. If I gave to you y equals minus 2x minus 3, okay, we need to find a line that is parallel to y equals minus 2x minus 3. Okay, we know that we've got to have y in it. We know parallel lines have the same gradient. Okay, so it has to have the same gradient. Okay, as we've said before, it doesn't matter what that final number is, so long as you've got a number there, really. Okay, so I'm going to pick minus 10. Okay, on this. Okay, both gradients are the same. So both have to be parallel. Okay, let me rub out this one. If you need to look back on it, feel free to go back through the video. Okay, I don't mind that at all. You know, pause it if you need it. That's absolutely fine. Right, let's do another one then. Let's do. Let's switch it up a bit. Okay, 3 y equals minus 7 plus 3x. Okay, keep it here. It looks slightly different. Okay, all I've done is swap those two around. Okay, that's it. Our m value is the 3 still because it's the number in front of x. Okay, so the equation of the parallel line has to start with y, has to have the equals. I'm going to put the x here because that's the format I've put it in there. Okay, so we're going to have 3x. Okay, we know it's positive because there's no negative sign there. And I'm going to put plus 14. Okay, the gradient is exactly the same. Okay, therefore both lines are parallel. Okay, I'm going to give you a slightly awkward one now. Okay, slightly awkward. let's do y minus 7x equals 4. Okay, this is slightly different. Okay, the only difference is, compared to the normal equation, is that our x value is on the same side as the y value. Okay, all we do with this, we're going to treat it like a normal equation. Okay, I'm going to take this minus 7x, it's going to go to the other side. Okay, remember, if terms change sides, we also need to change the sign in front of it. Okay, it's the inverse, so what we get is y equals 7x plus 4. Okay, don't make the mistake of on your parallel line using minus 7x, because that's not correct. It's got to be in this format before we can do anything with it. Okay, so what we're going to do, okay, for the equation of a straight line, we're going to have y equals, it's got to be 7x because that's our gradient. Doesn't matter about the number on the end, so we're going to have minus 13. Obviously this number on the end is the y-intercept. Okay, it's your c value there, c is your y-intercept. Okay, if you've got any problems, let me know, but that's it for this topic. Okay, enjoy.